Today in this short educational video, we are going to focus on the chemical bisphenol A, which is better known as BPA, and how we are exposed to it through food packaging. Today we're going to discuss what is BPA, how we are exposed, why we should be concerned, and how to avoid it.
So what's BPA? BPA is an industrial chemical used since the 1960s to make hard, clear plastics known as polycarbonate, which are found in consumer foods such as water bottles. BPA is also found in epoxy resins, which act as protective lining on the inside of food and beverage cans.
So the main way that we are exposed to these chemicals is through the leaching or transferring of BPA to our food products. The reason these chemicals are there is because they are used to prevent interaction between the aluminum cans and to also prevent the food from spoiling. The pasteurization, which is the heat exposure process, allows for the chemicals to transfer over into the food, and therefore when you consume these food products that have been in aluminum cans, you're consuming BPA along with it. Another heat exposure process that you may not think of that is allowing chemicals to transfer into your food is through the heating of leftovers or any food product in plastic Tupperware. The heat that is exposed in the microwave is very high, and this actually allows some chemical to transfer into your food, which is just as bad as eating food that contains BPA out of a can.
So why should we be concerned?
Although the FDA does regulate BPA in our food packaging, the debate is about the uncertainty of the health effects that our daily exposures in our food supply are having on our population. Fortunately, the FDA has been willing to act on the concerns of researchers and scientists about the health effects of our exposure to BPA. They have been working with the National Toxicology Program, who thus far have shown some concern for the effects on the brain, behavior, and development of infants, fetuses, and children at the current human exposure.
Good news! It's become a health trend for companies to push each other to make BPA free. And now we're going to take you to the market and show you how to make better purchases.
The good news is that companies are making an effort to package their products in different sorts of containers. So the next time you come to the supermarket, opt to buy something in a carton like this that doesn't contain BPA instead of cans. Not only is soup beginning to be packaged in containers like this, but other products are beginning to be packaged in cartons as well, like chicken broth. And something that's interesting about this is that the product in cartons is actually less expensive than the product sold in cans, which for most people, they may think that the reason that they will continue to buy cans is because it is less expensive. Especially during sales, the cartons can be less expensive per volume, which is an even added benefit to switch to buying cartons. As we continue on down the aisle, we can find more and more products and more brands being packaged in cartons. Another product that you can find in cartons instead of cans is tomato sauce. And these are common products that we use all the time, and more companies are now packaging them in cartons as well.
When looking for signs of sustainable products, as you can see here, the brand used on these cartons is Tetra Pak, which is approved to be BPA free.
Here we are in the frozen meals section, and I'm going to show you how to make a conscious decision when choosing. Here we can see this product that's microwavable.
is contained in a plastic container, which we are trying to avoid as it most likely contains BPA. And with this product, it is clearly labeled on the box that it is served in a chemical-free, recyclable, compostable cardboard box, and this is the better choice as it is chemical-free. Another common source of BPA are reusable plastic containers, which we commonly use to store food. And recently, within a year, companies have done a good job on offering BPA-free products, so we can see in this whole aisle here. Now it's time to go home and throw away all of those old melted plastic containers and switching for inexpensive BPA-free plastic containers as this one.
As a public health concern, based on the latest research that has been done so far, we recommend that we should limit our exposures and take preventative measures by eliminating BPA exposure as much as possible in our diets.